Hello. Here I am. Path of Exile. Alright, what did we do last time? Fucking... nothing. Spent like way too long in Act 7. And that's right, I did the Ascendancy before we left off, and I didn't really get a chance to see how much that improved my recovery. So let's check it out. Hopefully it's as significant as I want it to be. Hit me. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't negate any chaos damage, so considering the recovery is basically... Well, I think it's literally only Fizz, right? It's not Elemental. I'll check that in a second. Fizz, yeah. So, since everything here does, like, a shit ton of chaos damage and not really anything else, probably not really going to get a feel for how much recovery I'm actually getting off of that. Gotta make sure I don't just stand in the fucking poison goop and die. Hit me. Need to keep my endurance charges up, because that's like the other main source of recovery I have. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Doing me a solid. Alright, so I did see that Fortify, I was wrong. It's not 30%, it is 20%. That's still ridiculously strong. So I should really, really try and keep my Fortify up at all times. Alright, let's not stand over there. Bad place to be. I kind of hate how slow this area is, because you do kind of have to wait for all of the poison creep to go away. My mouse is fucking dying. Oh god, bad timing. That tends to work though, just smack your mouse around and the batteries get a little extra juice in them. Some sort of science behind that, I'm sure. Have I gotten my 7th? Are you gonna hit me? Oh god, you guys actually kinda hurt. Have I gotten my 6th endurance charge? Or 7th, I mean? Crimson Jewel. I don't think there's any reason for me to craft up a normal jewel. I don't know, I'm having a hard time actually figuring out what my max endurance charges are. For some reason, they're like really low right now. I don't know what the deal is. There you go. I thought I had 7. It's probably low because I'm not actually taking like any hits at the moment. It's just damage over time. It's the only thing that really goes on down here. Ooh, careful. Careful. Be a little cautious of the poison ground. Alright, not that bad. This I have to be super careful of, because if it goes over a place I haven't been before, which it looks like it's leading towards, the zombies can like really fuck me up. If I'm like trying to stay... Okay, it looks like it's gonna be nice then. I love how, like, much you can tell my damage increases when I actually use all my war cries. It's like fucking... I'm serious now. I was just pretending before, but now I'm actually gonna kill you. Oh god. Okay. I I might actually need to go... Oh, I might actually need to go get batteries for my mouse. Because it's dropping on me a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how bad it gets. It's currently in the manageable stage. Was that a thing I saw? Yeah, seeds. Let's go get those. I probably missed a bunch of stuff on the other level because I didn't have my big map open. Not that important. I saw the Vol area, but I don't really care about early Vol areas. Let's actually plant. I could use it. Really? I thought I would have enough to plant. Yeah, what the fuck? There's 7 seeds left in there. Why? Hello? What's going on? Is that just a bug? Yes. Okay. Cool. Oh, shit. I completely forgot I had plants already planted. News to me. What are these? These are for socket numbers. The biggest thing that I care about here are the life ones, right? Yeah, life are on yellow. I think I'm gonna hold off on that. And just plant more? Because I don't have anything to craft with, really. Oh, actually, wait, I do have things to craft with. I forgot oh my god, I hate how buggy these menus are. I mean, they're working on it. They'll fix it. I do have crafting bases in my my stash, but they're not really great ones since they're like a few areas behind where I currently am. So I'm not too excited to craft yet. I'd like to get a few newer bases. It's really my excuse for getting to be lazy for a little bit longer, though. Because crafting makes you actually have to think about what you're doing. You don't just fucking run around hitting the right mouse button every now and then. This is the life. Alright, boss time. Actually, kind of a fucking bad one, too. It can be scary at times. What was I going for, or did I not have a clear path anymore? Oh wait, no, I was going for this life over here, yeah. That's right. Alright, let's give it a shot. Hopefully my mouse doesn't die on me. I've never really learned the mechanics of this fight, like, entirely. I just know that, to some degree, you have to, like, pull on the cauldron sometimes. I don't know how often you want to be doing it, but I do it, like, fairly often. It's probably a mistake. Oh. I fucking hate how much the boss jumps around, though. super not good for slow attacks. Are you? Yeah, go the Cauldron. What are you doing? My defenses are holding up fine, though, so I'm not that afraid anymore. I don't know what the strategy is. I know that hitting the Cauldron, like, changes the effect that you're spawning on the field. I don't know if it, like, buffs her or what. So maybe there's, like, a reason to not do it all the time. I honestly have no idea. I don't know which effect is worse than others. Okay, well, she's dead. Was a little frightened, but I held it together. Which way do I go first? It doesn't really matter. I think it's less annoying if you go this way first. I honestly don't think it matters that much in this area, though. They're, like, pretty separate. Like, there's no quest on the left side that ties into a quest on the right side. It's just go through both of them. I can definitely feel my mouse still kind of like stuttering a little. But I think I can make it through this stream without having to change it, hopefully. Look at that. Why change batteries when I could be making money? Who's doing that? Yeah, okay. Gonna keep ignoring the seeds for now. For the foreseeable future. I really should set up my other farms, like my other tier 2 setups. I also want to like rethink the current tier 2 setup I have, because I feel like it's not great. I don't know what tier 3 or tier 4 seeds actually require, though. Maybe I should just look that up. Look up what the requirements for the higher tier seeds are, and then I could feel more confident planning how I want to set up my farm. Oh, you know what? Something I should have done, actually. And I'll do whenever I get to the next waypoint, I guess. Let's do some maintenance shit. I updated my Path of Building, finally, because there was an update for a while, apparently. And they had the new supports in. So Fist of War, even though it's worse than I thought it was, is still, like, the best support for me to be using. So that's no problem. But the other supports I am using are definitely not the best. Especially because when I first set it up, I had my damage calculations to total DPS, despite not having any ignite chance. And Path of Building, while it is smart enough to calculate your average damage with accuracy, for some reason, for like Ignite, it even if you have 0% chance to ignite, it still counts 100% of your Ignite damage into your total DPS. So I had to change my damage calculation to be on hit based, because that's what I actually care about, is each hit, not really interested in total DPS, at least not if it's going to calculate ignite into that. But on the bright side, after doing that, I have found that I do not actually use exclusively red gems as supports, so I do need some blue ones, which makes crafting my staff a lot easier. It's a little bit upsetting that I actually did get all reds on this one, because I'm gonna have to recraft it to have some blues in there. But it's also gonna be a lot easier to get what I want, like I said. So I'm not that upset. I need to stop picking up so many wisdom scrolls and portal scrolls. Not necessary. Careful, buddy. I like my defenses now, though. It's been a while since I've really been frightened. I mean, the chaos damage was, you know, it was hurting me in the last area, but that's to be expected with negative 30% chaos resistance. Chaos damage comes in slow enough that it's not that big of an issue if you have enough life. And I would say 2,300 is enough life for this point in the game. At least with how defensive I am in other areas. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I do think I want to do maintenance shit right now. So let's go to... What was the other thing I said I was going to... Oh yeah, rearrange my farm. Let's do this first. Swap out my supports real quick, which means I need to open up Path of Building, the thing I forget to do every single time. Not that it takes that long to fix, though. Alright. So the supports I need on Tectonic Slam are Fist of War, Pulverize, which is the one I was talking about earlier but couldn't remember the name of. The one that makes your attack slower, but does more damage. Specifically area of effect damage, which is what we do. So I take that. I also take Concentrated Effect, which is going to lower my AoE, but my AoE is so ridiculous that I can sacrifice that. It's only 30% less, which sounds like a lot, but when I'm covering, like, more than the entire screen, when I have all of my buffs active, I would say that's worth it. Elemental damage with attacks I already have, and Elemental Focus. That's the one. Since I literally get Ignite, like the only place I get Ignite from to rephase this is from Flammability, which I also need to buy. Flammability... That's not Flammability. There it is, Flammability. Look kind of similar to me. Yeah. Wait a second. How am I gonna... I'm just now realizing I don't have enough slots to do what I want to here. How much damage do I lose out by not dropping Ancestral War Chief? it's a hit. It's a hit to my DBS. Like an actually sizable hit. I really don't pop Ancestral Warchief all that much, but I guess I'll keep it and just throw it on a different button somewhere. Sure, why not? Alright, anything else I need? Let's see. Well, yeah, there's actually a lot I need. Okay, so I need these for supports. And I think, wait, did I have all the others? Fist of War, Pulverize. Wait, yeah, that's everything, yeah. Flammability, got it. I need Anger, which is red? Yeah. Blood and Sand. Blood and Sand. Yeah, that makes way more sense. Herald of Ash I already have. Is that it? That's it? I think we got it. For now. That's a lot of gems I just got with nowhere to put them, though. So what do we do about that? Ancestral Warchief, Flame Golem, Herald of Ash. I guess I gotta beef my boots up. It's the real answer. Easier said than done. Actually not that hard, though. Shouldn't be hard. It still doesn't make all the room that I need, but let me rearrange this, because let me see. I don't need... anything except elemental damage with attacks. So added fire damage. Get out of here. Fist... oh, no, I need that one. These are my supports. Fist of War, Pulverize. Technically, Concentrated Effect is going to be the next most damaging increase, but I will substitute it with this for now, since I don't want to mess with the colors. Should be fine. I'll put in these supports for later. Flammability actually does have a spot, my chest piece, which is nice. And it shouldn't be hard to get a spot for those in my boots. There you go. Oops. Anger and Blood and Sand. Amazing. Okay. What dex does Second Wind actually go up to? I think I have enough dex for it, but just to make sure. At level 20, it requires 70. Yeah, I'm fine on the passive tree. I'm fine. Okay. Let's vendor some things. Alright. Obviously I would like to be leveling these. Honestly, I have enough chromatics that I feel like I could try and get this into a slightly better situation. See, that's bad. I'd like... okay. I mean, well, it's not that's... see, you're close to being optimal. I might just... oh, okay, no, I got it. Perfect. Awesome. Tectonic Slam. Fist of War. Pulverize. Concentrated Effect. And I'll level Elemental Focus. I should be able to pretty easily turn this into a red. Yeah. just so I can keep leveling my elemental damage with attacks. And that fucking does it, boys. Done with jewel fuckery. Gem fuckery, sorry. Wrong kind of fuckery. Next, let's go to Act 8 and buy some base types. Probably just gonna sell it right back to you. Yeah. I don't know. I really should keep some rings for crafting. What are my bases at? Like, what do they look like right now? Let's just get rid of all of the weapons at the very least. I'd never even ID'd that. Not great. I think those are fine to craft with. But I would like a new weapon. Like that, for example. Damn. 165. That's, considerably better. Why would I ever go for this? Like, yeah, I only roll... well, I don't roll caster mods, but I can work around that. I can work around that. Alright. It's the only base I guess I'm going to be looking for. Well, I don't know. Do you have gloves or boots, perhaps? No. Nope. Crusader plate is better than golden plate, though. Okay. Back to the farm now. Oh wait, let me put this in. Alright, how's the farm doing? Buff up. Let's see. Oh, I need to change like all of my keys around. Okay. So this will be anger. This will be blood and sand. This will be Herald of Ash. What does it look like? God. I'm never gonna find it. Herald of Ash, Herald of Ash. Herald? Oh, that's the one that's already active. Should have known. Alright, so in Sand Stance, it's more area and less damage. Obviously, I want less area, more damage. Because that's plenty of area to be excited about. So I'm definitely feeling the effects of Pulverize right now. Ooh, my mana. Fuck. That's gonna be an issue. Alright, here is where I will put my Golem. Here is where I will put my... Ancestral Warchief, and here is where I will put my Flammability. Okay. Yeah, so this is pretty bad. Mana. What do I have? I mean, I'm lowering my mana cost by getting these life nodes. It's not really what I'm looking for, though. Max mana kind of is, but... it's not going to help enough. That's interesting. That's interesting. Revelry just isn't good enough anymore. Maybe 15% increase is like good enough. Like, this is so far away that it's completely out of the question. Same with the mana leech. I don't need that much mana. Like, I really am pretty close to being satisfied with the amount I have. I don't know. Maybe this will be enough. Maybe that'll do it if I just get these two. For now, I can just kind of like... Oh, see, but like using both of my war cries takes up like my entire mana pool. That's not what you want to see. Yeah. We'll see how it is. You know, I could just, for now... Wait, how do you turn that off? Is there no way of turning off Blood and Sand Stance outside of taking the gem off? That's fun. That's not the big one, though. I'll take off Anger for now. Until I get my mana a little bit more sorted. Okay, so I'm not going to craft anything. What I want to do is... Oh, fuck. Do I... You know what? I maybe shouldn't be doing this right now, because I kind of... Yeah, I need more pylons and more dispersers and shit. So this was bad timing, actually. I want to look at this, though. If I saw somebody's farm set up, and they had dispersers at each corner. And I'm struggling to figure out why. Doesn't putting a single one in the middle accomplish the same thing? Because they had, like... I would understand it if they had it on the diagonals, but they didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were fucking doing. I shouldn't question it, though. I'm sure they have it more figured out than I do. Let's leave for a little bit. Until those plants grow, and then I can maybe do a tiny bit of crafting. But primarily, I can... Sorry, just checking my volume. Primarily, I can... I mean, I guess it's also crafting. I can craft the... Let's try how Anger feels for a little bit. I can craft more dispersers and shit. Dude, I keep accidentally canceling my own attacks because Pulverize has made it so much lower. My mana is gone. Ooh. It's a bad way to waste all of those exerted attacks. Just fucking whiffed it because I was out of mana. Let's take Anger back off. Just a little bit too close to the edge right now. Down by a river. I am doing more damage, though. I can't argue with that. I'm doing more damage per hit. Alright. She said that my harvest was not ready, I think. An ascendancy thing already? I think it takes up until Act... maybe all the way up until mapping before I actually get to do the next ascendancy, though. I'm pretty sure, yeah. The final trial is in Act 10. Pretty sure. Okay. Just making sure my resistances were maxed. Pretty sure the only reason they were is because of endurance charges. But you know what? I work with what I have, and what I have are endurance charges. I can make it. God, so much slower on my attack speed. Kind of unbearable. I'll work through it, though. I'll work through it. That's the spirit dick. I think, yeah, there's a side path I need to go on first. One of the Pantheon powers. But really, the attack speed is killing me. I'm getting Fist of War, like, on every fucking attack, but that's... You don't want to be there. It's a bad sign. That means I, like, am literally only attacking once every 2 seconds, which is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Alright, so this place can be dangerous due to the porcupines, so I just need to be a little bit careful and not kill too many of them at the same time. Oh, fucking... Like, I'm not even getting stunned. I just start an attack and then, like, left click and cancel it like this. Normally, it does, like, feel good to be able to cancel out of attacks. But when I attack so slowly, it's actually kind of a pain. You don't understand this game at all? That's fair. Everyone else is getting into it, Dick. Now's your time, if any. I really feel like this wouldn't be your kind of game, though. Feels like something you probably wouldn't enjoy. Yeah. That's what I figured. I should be cursing things, huh? That's a thing I can do. I don't think too big is the issue. I think it's just a lot up front. Which I guess could be argued that that means it's too big. I think it's just the way the information is presented, though. Like, Path of Exile really tries its hardest to kind of ease you into a lot of its content, but this does not ease you in. I'm not saying you don't like information. I'm just saying you can't comprehend it. Don't twist my words into something better than what I mean. That's a bad sign, Dick. If your favorite games are ones you already know how to play, then how do you expect to win any of the races? It's been looking troubling so far. You know, track record of 2 DNFs ain't good. Luck. Okay. I'll throw in a lotto on the racing list just for you. Nobody has finished a game yet? Okay, are you really gonna count that beating Rocket Knight Adventures on children doesn't count? It's fucked up. It really was. Like, we should have all agreed to do that from the start. Apparently the very last level thing is just an avoidance. At least that's what it sounded like. like just a Metroid escape section. Which, I mean, yeah, like, we've already somewhat organized, not really a rematch, because since you can't really rematch a blind race, but a revisiting where we will do it on, at the very least, easy. But I don't know, I would honestly, for the rematch, I would be keen on pushing the difficulty high as we can go. Just because I feel like we are thoroughly prepared for that at this point. I think that could actually be fun. But in a blind race setting, I don't think that having the winner come down to who game overed less as that, like, engaging of a race. It's just not very fun to revisit content over and over again. I'm not saying that, like, it doesn't accurately display who is the most skilled, because obviously if you game over less, then you're still better. I just don't think from, like, a watchability perspective and a playability perspective, it's all that fun. But okay, now I can actually read what you're saying. Still not sure about your weekend times. Hopefully we can get it worked out. So you said you can't do it on Saturday at all, which would be our Friday? Because that works best for me, since I have to work on my Saturday. But, like, worst case scenario, we can just push it a little bit later than normal on my Saturday, your Sunday. So long as that still works. Nope. Don't care. Actually, I probably should care. I should care more about reflected damage on hardcore. We could, but that seems rough, you know. That's like the Australian job. You guys are used to waking up at ungodly times to accommodate. Us Americans aren't that good at accommodation. It's fucked up to even assume that we would be, Dick. Alright. Good luck with that work and all that. You know, I should just go the way I've already routed, since this way is seeming to not connect where I want it to. Thought it would hook up. I mean, it might hook up, but just to be safe. Let's go the way I actually know takes me to where I'm going. I still didn't put any curses on the boss, I gotta remember. The curse. It's a very solid damage increase. How much is it? 27%. Not bad. And it only gets better as the gem levels. You know, I'd really like some speed. I could at least get movement speed, right? Like, my movement speed is kind of killing me. I've had 10% for about 90% of this playthrough, and the only 10% that was different was when I had 0% increased movement speed. But I mean, as you can see, like, my mana does recover fast enough to the point where it hasn't really mattered recently. Like, I haven't had to use my mana flask in a while, which is why I haven't really bothered picking up any better mana flasks. That hasn't really been an issue. So I don't think that I really need that much to make my my mana situation more comfortable. That was really bad. Luckily, I'm defensive enough to be able to stand in that huge pack of enemies for that amount of time. Let's see, what do we got here? 2% physical damage reduction. That would be good if everything else wasn't so horrible. 2%. Oh, it's a mirrored item. That makes sense. I was gonna say, what are the odds of that? Apparently, 100%. Man, oh man, am I slow. I'm never gonna stop complaining about it. I'm fucking unbearably slow. I do a lot of damage, but is it worth it? Is it worth it when I can't even do Alva missions because of how fucking slow I am? Let's see. So I am pretty much done with the left side outside the temple. There aren't any, like, side paths or anything. I just need to... well, I can peek into the bridge if I want to. Nope, but I found this first, so I guess I'm going this way. Yeah, okay, just making sure. It actually feels like everything else is running at like light speed because of how slow my character is. Alright, let me check into my farm real quick because I'm pretty sure things should be done growing. Got some weird plants. Nope, nope, I guess that's what they all look like, and I'm just crazy. I feel like they changed the look of most of those blue plants, though. Oops, please don't mess up my pylons, since I accidentally clicked on it. Currency crafting effect with improved outcome chances. That's exciting. Maybe. Although it's probably going to give me something to do with, like, oils, and I can't even do anything with that yet. Well, since those have one more growth cycle, I'm just going to wait until the next seed cache, I guess. That guy had very flashy attacks for a normal rare. God, I'm still doing so much AoE, even with concentrated effect. I was worried that I was going to be, like, really disappointed by how much it lowered my AoE, but nah. Nah. AoE is doing just fine. Luckily, I haven't really been stunned that much recently. I'm getting frozen a little bit by all this cold damage, but it happens. Even with max res, it happens. Unless you have, like, actual frozen immunity or chill immunity. I probably shouldn't get too comfortable just fucking running into packs like that, because it will reach a point where it's not acceptable. I just happen to be at a moment where I can get away with it. I hate the lighting in this area. This is like making my eye strain monumentally worse. Maybe I should start wearing gamer glasses, at least when I play this game. But like really, the amount of bloom in this area is a bit much. It's a bit much. Delirium. This area kind of blows for delirium, though. I'm not gonna kill, like, anything. Guaranteed. I'll try, though. Oh, that's a dead end. See what I'm talking about? This area blows. Nope. I thought I was gonna get to the big platform. I had actual hope. I had hope that I would be able to get something done in this area. Oh, fuck. I want those. So I do actually have to use my mana flask when I'm trying to go quickly, I guess. I just typically am not trying to go quickly. I'll go back for that shit. Delirium's probably gonna end soon anyways. Please get a third reward tier, though. Oh, come on. Give it to me. Oh, thank you. Just in time. That's about what I'm satisfied with at the moment. If I can get 3, which is technically 4 rewards, that's where I feel like I fit in. I was so close to getting to the big bridge, which is where I could have actually done something. Since a big bridge has a much better indication of where you're supposed to be heading. Like, surely it's not just me who is looking at the massive amounts of fucking flashing lights every single time I do an attack and going, kinda hurts a bit. I can't be the only one. I hope I'm not the only one. Yeah, my AoE is fine. It's fine. Let me see. Let me do the real test. Okay. Here it is. Yep, still extends quite a decent ways past the end of my screen. So this boss can sometimes actually fuck you up a bit. Sometimes. Not this time, apparently. Not even close on that one. Minions, rank 1. How did you know? I was waiting for that one. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna vend it. Lots of seeds in my inventory, huh? Surprising amount of essences, too. Alright. Quest item I cannot get rid of until the end of this act. I guess I could go to the center, right? I think you can do that. You can, like, drop it off. I don't really care, though. Hello, mouse. Oh god. You can see the jittering. Let's see how much this actually affects my mana. Hopefully, it just fixes it. I can guarantee it isn't going to, but I can pretend. So these shouldn't be grown still. I don't think I got another seed cache. Yeah, did not. Did not. That's fair. Alright, so we're going the right path now. Dude. Unresponsiveness on my mouse is growing. Did I ever change that? Surely I did. Because I haven't been complaining about it, yeah. I read the message about shift and I was like, did I ever actually change it so that I don't move when I use this skill? Yo! I can actually use this! It sucks that it's a golden plate and not the Crusaders one or whatever, but I'm not gonna be upset about a 6-socket. I am not going to be upset by that. Okay, mouse. How did that even happen? Oh, no, actually, that makes sense. I thought that when you did that, it was more centralized over what you clicked on, but I guess not. My mistake. I really do need to fucking switch my batteries. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. My mouse is working in any capacity. That's enough for me to keep going right now. Although I did make bold claims about getting all the way to Act 10 and finishing mapping in the stream. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm going to have to make sure that I do not forget about that. If I do plan on going for that long, I'm probably going to need to swap out my batteries pretty soon. Because it is noticeably dropping inputs. What do you got? A lot of garbage, as always. Yep. Is this where I came from? Or is that the... That's where I came from. Confused me that it was a sewer grate in the floor. So I need to make sure I don't forget to do the Ankh quest. Speaking of which, there it is. Step 1 of not forgetting done. Typically there only is one step in not forgetting, but there's 2 things I could forget about it. It is very satisfying, like, as slow as I am, just being able to, like, ignore enemies, pretty much. Just run into them and fucking slam them all dead, like, that's a special kind of feeling that I really shouldn't get used to, because if I do that in maps, I'm probably gonna regret it. Okay, let's maybe not fix my farm right now, but let's harvest everything I have planted and go from there, I guess. Alright, so I actually, since I'm definitely going to try and use this chest piece, let me... Oh, fucking... I understand why there's no stash in this place, but it does upset me. Let's... There it is. Go ahead and quality boost it. Because I'm going to be using that for a while, probably. No! Fucking... what? This is where I want to go. The same place, but different. Okay. So everything's ready to be harvested. Let's start up here. Oops, wait. Oh, fucking, I just fucked everything up. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, it wasn't that bad. I did fuck everything up, though. Pledge of Hands. I have no idea what that item is. Did I? Okay, that's sand. That's blood. I meant to slap down my Ancestor War Chief, but first I cursed on nothing, and then I undid all of my buffs on accident. Okay. Normal or magic item as rare item with random modifiers, including a caster, physical. Okay. So this is the one the purple I typically craft weapons with. So let's try and get that staff I had crafted. No, that's bad. Caster, physical. Reforge the links between sockets on an item 10 times using the outcome with the greatest number of link sockets. Four? Are you kidding me? 4. That's reasonable. I'm upset, though. It's interesting that this one is a linked one, because this purple is all about colors, seemingly. Fire? Yeah. Could be good. Alright, so unless I missed a craft over here, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use this for my weapon. See if I can make a slightly better weapon. Possibly. Not good. Close to being good. Not good. Very good. Like, very good. The added mana is upsetting, but not that upsetting, because I do kind of need mana. It just sucks that, you know, it takes a prefix slot that could have been something a lot more offensively exciting, but it does straight up do, like, double the damage of my current weapon, so I'm not that upset. Not that upset at all. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. That is pretty fucking good. Alright. Was there anything else I could do to it over here? Remove. Nah. The only thing I would want to is, like, remove the mana modifier, but I haven't even seen that as an option before. Nope. Nope. Alright. I'm gonna keep those open and uncondensed until I am completely done crafting, because I might want to change the colors on my staff. And well, yeah, just the colors. Alright. Let's go for these. Doesn't get better than that. So what can I do here? Life mods. This is typically... Oh, and amount of sockets. And not that much, though. 3 sockets is not exciting. Sorry to say. Not too exciting for me. Alright, so let's slap in... Oh, wait, no, not that, actually. Slap in this. Since this is probably going to be better. 3 to maximum life. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. 32 to max life. That's not enough. That's not enough, and this is, like, so garbage that I am actually just going to immediately condense that. Oh, I should be crafting the fucking materials. Whoops. I'll do that in the future. My bad. Oops. I keep pressing all my wrong buttons now that I changed my buttons around. Getting a lot of tier 2s, that's exciting. Set an item into 4 sockets. Ooh. Reforge a normal or magic item as a rare item. Attack, attack. Let's just put this in and see what we can do. Attack, attack. I could try and... Let's see. Are those low rolls? Oh, wait. Whoops. On my crafted staff. Are these low rolls? 27 is actually pretty good. 47 is a low roll. I feel like I could give it a shot. I feel like that's better. I think the lowest value is better now, and maybe even the highest also. I think that was good. I think that was good. Also, wait, is there a... Oh, this is cold, not mana. For some reason I was thinking that mana modifier was cold for a second. That's not correct. Okay, slap that in there. Nope, not good enough. Sorry, buddy. I mean, I could use this, but honestly, I don't really care. I mean, if anything, I could try and use that on a different piece of equipment. That's the highest possible roll, so is that. I got the highest roll on my, like, explicit, but not on my implicit. Am I mean, someone could probably work out the likelihood of me... I think it's a good idea to do it on this, though. Did it change at all? I still have the highest explicit, and I think I still have the exact same implicit. Maybe I, like, it raised by 1 or something? That feels like it didn't do anything. Alright, whatever. So I've got the collectors I want. I want some more dispersers. At least 2. And a bunch of pylons. Condense the rest of that shit. Next. See ya. This place is pretty good for XP. Surprisingly. Although I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm sure people who are racing actually have a lot more to say on that and would say it's shit for XP. Okay. There you go, I have a lot of chances here. Give me something good. Nope. Nope. Yes! In a lot of ways? In a lot of ways, that's a yes. Oh, it's a hybrid mod. That explains it. Damn. That's a good one. That's a keeper. That's a keeper right there. Nice. Is there... Do I want to re-roll? Oh, I got the low roll on the life. I got the high roll on the other life, but it's a smaller range, so I think it's a good idea to do this. From 98 life to 103. That's, you know, couldn't ask for much better. Couldn't ask for too much better. Who? First character enter Farul's Den? Okay. Not as exciting. Give me 2 more of these bad boys. And as many pylons as you can give me. Thank you very much. Okay. You know what? I probably don't really care about the colors that much. I can do that so easily with chromatics. Just give me... Honestly, just give me a shit ton of pylons. Oops. It's so weird that it doesn't let you click that button. Alright, get out of here. Condense it all. I should get more storage, honestly. Not a bad idea. It's just straight up not a bad idea. I'll work on that. I don't know why I have 3 for this one, when this is the one that I get the least seeds for, seemingly. Feels like they've improved the monsters running away, but maybe that's just placebus. Not really the right time to use placebo, but anecdotal is a better description. Reforge. Wait, I didn't even... What was the currency crafting effect? Am I losing my mind? Oh, the currency crafting effect was the jeweler's orb. I see. Defense, defense. Nah. Let's get some... Oh, I can't even afford a storage tank with this one. See ya. Get slurped. Oh, I already did it. I was getting ready to fight. Defense, defense, lightning, lightning, lightning. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. I think I'll craft 2 of these bad boys. Condense the rest. And move on with my life. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, and then I need it to connect to another pylon. Diagonal to it. And I'll do 1 for now. What? What are you connected to? Oh, you're connected to there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unconnect that. Connect it to that. Connect that to that. Connect that to that. There you go. It's hard to see the lines when they're not lit up. It fucking blends into the background. Like it's not even there. There you go. Alright. So I really should have a path that runs back with the resources I get from this farm. So first things first, let me look at what it takes to grow the tier 3 and tier 4 seeds. This is not the wiki page I'm looking for, I guess. No. There's no wiki page on seeds yet. Dude, I'm still only seeing tier 2 seed. Okay, here we go, here we go, here. Tier 3 seeds. So it takes both of the other kind of juice, which is kind of exactly what I expected it to. Just checking a lot of them to make sure. Yeah, it just takes both. And then tier 4 seeds take all of the life force. Okay. So I kind of do want to reorganize this a little bit then. Not a lot. Just a tiny bit. Let's see what we can do to accommodate for tier 3 seeds better. Because I would like, the way I would like this section of the farm to work is I really want, since I'm not going to be getting that many tier 4 seeds, hopefully I'm getting like a decent amount of tier 3s at some point though. So I would like to be able to plant, oops, sorry, Michael, more tier 3 seeds in the area. And currently I can only plant 4 per farm, which is not optimal. So wait a second. If I had... If I did have them in the corners, does that actually... How much overlap does that give me? Probably a lot more. Give me a second. Disperser. That actually doesn't give me that much overlap still. Even if I put them in the corners like this. It goes to the middle. I guess it would let me do a plus pattern of tier 3 seeds instead of just a line. Maybe that's okay. I'm missing out on 2 seed types. Or 2 extra, sorry. Fucking brain doesn't work. I'm mixing out on 2 extra seed placements that I could otherwise have. I don't think that's that big of an issue, though. Okay, so how was I? I was connecting this one to, like, here. That's obviously not going to work anymore. So maybe I hate this. It's so dirty. How do I want to do this, huh? I don't think I can make that one closer, right? Yeah, that's as close as I can get it. There has to be a better place I could be putting this, right? Like, surely? There's a lot of better places I could be putting this farm. Probably. Okay. Whatever. Maybe I'm just okay with it for now. That doesn't reach. No chance in hell that that reaches. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this cleanly whatsoever, the way this is set up right now. And that might not be horrible. It's not great. I think I need to move that so that it's not there. I think it would be a lot better over, like, here, where there's more space. Maybe, like, wrap it around down here. But this place is way too claustrophobic. I can't get pylons around where I need them to be. Let's pick up the garbage. I'll keep it up to here. Or one farther back. I'll keep it up to there. Pick up all of this shit. Okay. So where is a better place to put this? Let's start with blue, actually. Because that has the most convenient placement. And I'll take that and that. So blue can pretty nicely sit, like, right here. I shouldn't have any issues. Maybe the staircase will have, like, a little bit of finickiness with it. But I should be fine. Right, so we got one of these in each corner. Then we need to collect wild juice on the right side, which I don't even have wires for at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. That works out. And I should be able to slap it, like, right over here. And connect to both of these. Need it to be one closer. There you have it, folks. So that side's done. Wait, is that how I want this? That means no. I want it diagonally set up. Because currently the way that works is just how the old one works, where this middle row isn't actually getting anything. So never mind. Oops. Disconnect that. Can I actually just reach directly from there? I can. That's not the prettiest thing in the world, though, so let's maybe rethink that. Not that it looking nice is really top priority, but it's something to consider. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's like the farthest distance I can actually have that and still have it connect. And I can make it there. So maybe I just live with that, and even though I know that this wire is completely unnecessary, I would rather spend the extra pylon just to make that look nice. Oops! If I'm no, that's right. I'm connecting to that one and that one. And then if I have a yellow juice on that and a yellow juice on that, this is getting pink and yellow, this is getting pink and yellow, this is getting pink and yellow, this is getting pink and yellow. So I'll have 8 spots to put tier 3 blue seeds, which is a step up. It's a step up from 4. Still not great. Still not great. Like, do I get... How much does that cover? I feel like I would get... If I moved these... this is... Like, wouldn't I get more coverage if I went like... Okay, that and that? That's like so much more area being covered by both of them. That and that. That. Like the Venn diagram of places getting... Well, maybe it's not actually that much. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No! With the same amount of dispersers and the same, like, missed opportunity of plants that I can't plant, I would be getting 12 instead of 8. Right? Like, you see what I mean? Instead of having it in the corners, I could do this. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I do the same thing on the other corner, I have another 6, which is 12. It means that these corners aren't going to be able to plant anything except tier 1 seeds. And the only place I can plant tier 2 seeds is on the outside, so maybe that's a bad idea. It would be a lot better for tier 3s, but maybe I shouldn't care about tier 3s right now. Maybe I should have separate farms for tier 3s, and this is just going to be like my slightly optimized for tier 3s, but more so I care about tier 2s. Alright, back to how it was, and now let's get the yellow hooked up. That's only connected to 3 things, so I can bring it out there. But honestly, I just axe this. Just fucking pull it out. Pull the plug. That shit is going nowhere. Okay. Got it. So from here... It's not pretty. Doesn't have to be. Never forget that. and then I can do the same thing but one block away. This connects to this, as silly as that is. And I can't do the same thing over here, though I want to. Oh no, I could fit it. Well, it's not going to reach, though. That's upsetting. I'm going to have to do an extra pylon. Not the biggest thing in the world. It doesn't reach either. Who could have seen that one coming? Okay, so it's not pretty. it's pretty ugly. If we're counting that as pretty. And then let's have a spot to pump this back into blue. Alright. So where do I go from there? From here, I think I go a decent ways in this direction, and I put in, let's see, we did purple and pink, or sorry, pink and yellow. I guess in the middle, let's do blue and pink, which would be yellow. This one's going to be the ugliest one of all, guaranteed. I think this is about as good as I'm going to get with spacing also. Actually, I could place it closer, because those outlines are just from the dispersers, right? Yeah, yeah. So I could place it here comfortably. I think. I should be able to. Yeah, there's plenty of pylon space in between. Although, can I do it one farther and still have space on the other side? Enough space. Enough space to make it work. Although I really should try and stick like that. Let's lower it a bit. If I'm gonna put it here. I've got the space to lower it. It doesn't have to be parallel. Okay, so how is this gonna be wired into it? I need, as previously mentioned, four dispersers for each corner. Half of them are going to be pink, which I've already got wiring right next to it, so that shouldn't be an issue. It's starting to get a little messy with how many overlaying grids we've got going on here. It's starting to get a little messy in figuring out what I'm actually looking at here. So I think I'm going to go for pink in the top right and bottom left again. No reason not to. Let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's do it like this. Alright, so I can connect to you, connect to you. Then I can connect to you, connect to you. Perfect. I mean, I knew this was going to get messy at some point. I can't say I'm surprised that it's happening right now. So, now I have to get the blue. I have to get the blue over here. It's quite simple. I just bring the blue over here. It's not hard or anything. Just bring the blue over. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. 3, 4? Sorry for my insane ramblings. 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. So I can't go any closer, or I would be overlapping with that. Maybe I don't want to mess with that then. Maybe I just want to stay separate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Well, that doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need it to connect to here, just to keep all of the juice flowing, if you catch my drift. Same to you. I need to connect this yellow back into this. I hate how these wires are overlapping. It's making it really hard for me to figure out what is connected and what is not. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be fine. Just run it over there. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. What even happens if you... Okay, so it just doesn't let you connect to something that isn't of the same color. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. So I'm bringing this over here. And over here. Let's start with the over here part. I need it to connect to the top left and the bottom right. The bottom right one, I mean, both of them should be easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, is it ugly. That'll work. Didn't have to think about it twice. I knew it would work. In fact... Oh, it's so good. It's so good. In fact... Oh god, I hate it. I hate looking at it. Like, the mess I've created. Like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. Just don't think about it too hard. Okay, so from there, we move on to the pink one, which I don't have enough dispersers for, so maybe I should just stop for now. Maybe I should just stop. Let's at least put it down so I know where I'm gonna put it. That would be... Oh, it's kind of messy, no matter which place I put it. I mean, that would be fine. A little bit of... No, I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. That would be fine. Kinda, like, went from everything looking kinda nice, like, these pipes, you know, so parallel, so beautiful, and then it kinda got a little messy over here, and then it kinda got really messy over here. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now I've got a spot for tier 2 yellows and tier 3 yellows. Tier 2 and 3 blues also. Funny enough, the one that I originally started with, tier 2 pinks, I don't have any spot for. Alright, let's grab the tier 2 yellows, why don't we? And the tier 2 blues. Got a lot more yellows than blues. Okay. Those are all tier 1s. That's what I was afraid of. I figured it was gonna do that. I wanted to check, though. I wanted to check if it was smart enough to put the highest tier seed possible in the correct location. Turns out, no. But that's no biggie. I can work with that. Alright, this one needs wild. Oh wait, I can plant these anywhere. Wait. No, I can't. Sorry. Auto disperse. 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 So I need to plant these in either the top right or the bottom left chunk of the farm. The wild ones. Wild. 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 Why aren't you good? You are good! You just need juice. Just thirsty. I getcha. Wild. Is that in the right spot? Yeah, okay. Did I do this right? Why does this feel so off-centered and wrong? Just because I'm missing a plant there. Okay, that makes sense. So that is full. That's what full capacity looks like with that. Next, wow, they're really all wild. Nobody wants the primal juice. Which is upsetting, because that's all the juice I have. So all of these should be happy with the amount of plants they have next to them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. He's not happy. And he's not happy. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, whatever. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't know. Yeah, have fun over there, guys. Vivid. So that's over here. Wild, that's over here. Vivid, that's over here. Vivid, over here. Wild and wild. Awesome. Love to see it. It's pretty disgusting, and I actually hate to look at it, but you love to see it. You really do. Okay, let's ooh, mouse. Work with me, buddy. Stay alive for a little bit longer. Let's replant some seeds. I've got enough Vivid to replant for sure. And maybe just Vivid, actually. I'll, oh, what is with this? What is the game fucking doing? I've got more seeds. I don't know, it's all fucked up. Not working as intended. Alright. Oops, that's not the right thing. I think we're done here for now. I've made a mess of everything, and did what I set out to, which I guess is make a mess of everything. Mission accomplished. Let's see if I can live with my anger up. I'm gonna play normally and Try and ignore my mana. I'm not gonna play slower than normal, so that my mana comes back. I want to see if playing normally is going to make me run into mana issues. So far, it seems like I'm handling it. I'm like right on the edge, but I'm handling it. Now when I scream at everybody, it definitely gets worse. Oh, come on, buddy.
Finally, Tom. We can be together as before.
Here, while you do that shit. Do I want to start pathing to Scion Life? Probably. I know I don't really need more life right now. I've got quite a bit of it. But you're never going to be upset by having more. And my damage is, like, fine. If anything, I would, like, change a little bit so that I get more mana somewhere. Oh, see what I'm talking about? Oh, no. Okay, running into mana issues. Turning off angry mode.
How could I have been so stupid?
How could you have been so stupid? So long as I have like a decent mana pool to pull from, it regenerates fast enough that I am fine. I'm giving myself too many excuses. I was just gonna say I'm fine so long as I'm not screaming too often, but like, especially when I get to mapping, I'm gonna be wanting to scream at like all times to keep exert up. So I shouldn't make excuses for myself like that. Where is the correct way to go? Was it over there? I thought that typically... You know what? Maybe I went across. No? I thought typically the way this map generated is the... Sorry. Couldn't remember the word of it. The Ankh is entirely separate from the rest of the map. See? Wait, yeah, this is gonna... Oh, nope, never mind. I guess this is the right way to go. Typically you go across like a boat bridge like this to get to the Ankh section. And the correct proceeding path through the level, you have to go backwards until you cross the bridge again. Weird. Oh god. My mouse movement slowing down to a crawl. Hooah! Anything I would want to stop in town for? Yes! So I could fix my chest piece. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Oh, yeah, I could slap some resistances on it. I don't even need to go to town for that, though. Let me swap out my chest piece. Hello. Oh, I was gonna say, why can't I leap slam? It's because I just unequipped it. That makes sense. Okay, so I need fire and, like, a little bit of the others. Primarily fire, though, so I'm probably just going to put tier 2 fire on it. Tier 2 is good enough. There you have it, folks. Wait, I also want to change my weapon to that, which is nearly double my damage. Oops, sorry, Michael. The minimum damage is not actually by that much, but the upper cap of my damage is pretty nice. What can I do in here? Probably just attack speed. Like, I could go for a very small amount of increased fire damage, or admittedly a very small amount of attack speed too, so maybe I do care about the fire damage more. Actually, yeah. Let's go for the increased fire damage. And I low rolled it, but you know what? I'm satisfied regardless. Oh, and I need to socket it up if I'm going to be using it. At least to 4 sockets. I'm not going to go for 5. I never even connected 5. Okay, that'll do. I can get another socket on my boots to accommodate this, so I can keep leveling that. Good. Good. And what would be easier? Boots or chest plate, actually? Probably... Ugh. What are all of these? Okay. God, I have so many more skill gems than I typically do. Yeah, let's just slap them on my boots. Hopefully. Can I? I definitely can, I just got unlucky. Well, probably average luck. Average expected luck. Alright, put him back on. Sorry, Elemental Focus. Guess you're chilling in my inventory for a bit. Anything else I want to do? No. Not really. 7,000 DPS, just to double check that this is an improvement. I believe it should be. I mean, tooltips lie to you anyways, but okay, yeah. Just to get a little confirmation, regardless of whether it's accurate or not. And that's it. I guess I'll go vendor these. I guess I will go to town. You're gonna twist my arm. Alright. Sell, 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 sell. Unfortunate that I'm not going to be able to level that, but whatever. Doesn't actually matter too much. Is that actually where I want to be going? To get Scion Life Wheel right now? What other options do I have? I've got that, I've got that. Yeah? I guess I technically do need this at some point. Unfortunately. I really do. I think I've gotten everything on my tree except Scion Life, and... No, surely not. I'm missing something. I don't have this. Although I think I might take that off and get mana instead. I mean, that is a good node, but I might get this mana cluster. Because it also helps out my Molten Shell, and is all around probably going to be better for the build. I never got Fortify. I never got the other Oh, I don't go for the other Fortify node, that's right. Okay. This is probably better. Yeah, let's go for this. Well, I don't know. I already started going towards Scion Life. Let's just go for Scion Life. Whatever. Whatever, dude. It's not that important. Moving on. If my mouse... Hello, if my mouse lets me. The Grain Gate. Please. I'm about to do a delirium. This is like a big moment. Just, you know, get a little more juice in you. Did my old staff have attack speed on it? Because this feels even worse than it did. And it felt pretty bad. Oh, no, I think I'm getting latency here. Yeah. That's probably why it feels so bad. That is, like, much higher than it should be. What fucking server am I connected to? 116 is not normal. Oh, you know what? It's probably because I'm streaming, actually. Never mind. That's probably fine. It's probably what it has been. Alright, probably not going to be the best Delirium encounter. Because I often find myself running into many dead ends in this map. Okay, no, that was unexpected latency. Now it's back to, like, real normal. I honestly didn't know if my latency has been super high while I was streaming, so I just kind of took it for granted. Oh, that seems likely, but no, that was exceptionally high latency, it seems. Don't know what was up. Maybe Steam started updating some game I'm not aware of. Doesn't typically do that, though. It's pretty good about waiting until you're not doing anything most of the time. For me, at least. Yep, like I said, great Delirium encounter. Awesome level. Medium Cluster Jewel, Trap and Mine damage. Not even gonna pick it up. Not even gonna pick it up. Damn, I'm strong. When is it gonna hit me again? I keep having, like, ups and downs as this character. Moments where I'm like, oh, I am fucking invincible. Back to immediately being like, I don't really do any damage, and actually I'm losing half my HP in every hit I take right now. I haven't been there in a while. I'm on the up. The only question is, how long is that up going to last? Also, Gotta remember. I switched my buttons. My golem is not on the same button anymore. There's so many modifiers I just never take the time to actually look into what they do. Like, I have no idea what that, like, weird looking shield on that guy is, but I see, like, tons of rares with that modifier. I have no fucking clue what it does. Maybe it's really dangerous? I wouldn't know. I don't even know the name of the modifier because I don't take the time to mouse over enemies all that often. He's dead, yeah. I wanted that XP. Sometimes you see a rare beefy enough that you're like, he's gonna give me XP. I know it. I mean, technically everybody gives XP, but some are more important than others. I'm back to where when I, like, fully buff myself, nothing can survive, like, my first hit, really. So that feels good. Glad to be back there. Nope, I was gonna say he might survive, but he fucking died as I was saying the sentence. As big as this map is, it is satisfying to have a huge field of, like, mostly weak enemies that you just pop. Oh, he almost survived that first hit. He almost did. He would have if he wasn't so damaged previously. Like, things are dying just by hitting me. I don't even know what I'm doing. Do I have Reflect on, like, one of my armor pieces? Did I get the waypoint? I don't think I did. Where's the path? Is there a path anymore? I don't think there is. I should just leave the area and see if I got the waypoint. I really don't think I did, though. But I'm not that good at remembering things I'd pay zero attention to. Who would have thought? I did get the waypoint. Alright. The more you know. If I know any map, I should know this map because of how often I have to come back here as necromancers to get Solar Guard. He's tanky. Damn, dude. He's lasting all my hits. But this map layout is kind of hard to read through, honestly. I think if I keep going down that path, though, I'm going to get the... Well, I don't know. both of these paths go. I think that way is probably going to take me outside, and I think this way, closer to the portal, is going to take me downstairs. Actually, they just fucking connected immediately, so... Like I said, I really know this map like the back of my hand. I did make it downstairs first, though. You can't argue with that. Artisans don't really care to craft it up. I guess you can die to my leap slam. Yeah, I should take this. It's a lot slower recovery, but I do think I prefer, like, the bigger flask and then try and get instant on it. That's kind of how I like to roll my life flask. Speaking of flasks, that's like the one thing I really take issue with the current way Path of Exile plays. I mean, there's a lot of, like, probably much more concerning issues, but the one that stands out as, like, the easiest to fix, that's, like, a pretty tedious issue with the game, is the way utility flasks work as a whole. Because currently, you just fucking spam all 4 buttons every, like, 7 seconds when you're in mapping. And that's not fun. That's not fun to anybody, I would hope. Ooh! That was a big hit! The others leading up to that were not nearly as strong. I don't know why that one popped off so hard. Not upset, though. Alright, and then I'm immediately gonna go back, because I don't want the instance to reset. Oh. I guess I have to go farther down. I was really hoping that would be a branching path over there. I'm stuck. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think it would be that hard to rework flasks. I think there's a few, like, really easy fixes they could do that would change the way flasks are used. And there's like a decent enough way, like a few ways you could handle it to bring it back to, like, the old style. So, like, the easiest fix, in my opinion, is just as soon as you use a flask, it continues using, like, the charges would be handled differently. Instead of separating charges and duration, the way I would do it is I would just give flasks a certain amount of charges, and when you use a flask, charges deplete until the flask is empty. For utility flasks, obviously that doesn't really make as much sense for life flasks and mana flasks, where you would want multiple uses of them. But for utility flasks, especially in, like, a mapping environment, you just want constant uptime for them, right? The obvious difference is for bosses. You don't really want constant uptime on your flasks. You want to hold them until you need the purging effect for, like, oh, I need to purge bleed right now. And obviously you could only do that once. I mean, there's ways to do it. I mean, you could keep it as is and just be like, well, yeah, you can only purge the effect once until you kill enemies, but, like, certain boss fights don't really offer you that many enemies, so you can't really get flask charges as easily on them. But I feel like it would feel better. Just talking about mapping for right now. If you just press your flask buttons at the start of the map, and then as you kill enemies, it, like, keeps your flasks charged up, so that, like, unless you stop killing enemies for a while, you're not going to run out of flask uptime. It's just going to keep using it, and you're going to keep killing enemies and getting more charges. And if you're fast enough, you don't lose any flask uptime. I think that would be a pretty easy fix. It would break some things. I don't think there is any perfect solution that doesn't break anything. Now, to address the issue of, like, flasks during bosses, you obviously would rather have, like, utility flasks not do that on bosses and have multiple uses of them. It's as easy as just adding a modifier to the flask. Like, add a prefix modifier. Like, you would lose out on having the increased duration modifier, which I guess they would probably get rid of increased duration and just have increased charges, considering they're the same thing, I guess. But, in my scenario, I mean, you would be missing out on the increased charges / duration, but you have the ability to use the flask multiple times, instead of just having it drain. So you could just have a modifier that brings it back to the old style flask. That would be a pretty easy compromise, pretty easy implementation, and I think it would be better than the current implementation of flasks. I don't think that's too controversial. I don't think that many people like the current implementation of flasks. And I might, because I don't honestly know that many unique flasks, and I don't really know how unique flasks play. Like, I know there's one flask at the very least that, like, gives you charges on use. Like, you could work around that and just say that most unique flasks that would be broken by this flask change can just be addressed by adding the modifier that brings them back to the old flask style on those uniques, right? So that's like the easy fix. What I would hope for, though, is just like completely... What the fuck happened there? Something's going on. Is it my ascendancy thing? What the fuck is happening? No. Sometimes things are just exploding unexplainably. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know what the deal with that is. Preferably what I would hope they do with flasks, if they're gonna rework flasks, is not like a little band-aid fix like that, because, like, while I do think that that would make flasks feel better, play better, be better, I would hope they just rework utility flasks as a whole and make them more interesting than something that is constant uptime. Because, like, that's not what I want out of flasks, right? It's kind of upsetting to me that flasks are currently some constant uptime thing that is just like a permanent passive buff, basically. So long as you're playing the game correctly, you should never have flask downtime while mapping, right? The way I feel like flasks should work in a ARPG is, for one, I don't know how I feel about how easy it is to purge status effects in this game. I would have to think about that one a little bit more. I do think, like, currently that's the real only way of getting rid of status effects, so I guess I can't say that I dislike that, but I want it to be more reactionary. I don't want it to be preemptive like it currently is, because currently the way flasks work, like I said, is you want constant uptime on them. So if you're playing optimally, that means you never have to worry about freeze. You never have to worry about bleed, right? You never have to worry about shock. If you're playing optimally. Give me a second to do this fight, and I'll continue what I think about the current state of Path of Exile flasks. I'm not doing this fight appropriately because of how slow I am. I can tank it though. Like, as bad as this fight is going for me, I can tank it. That's what I've worked for. I've worked for the ability to tank like this. Alright, see ya. Just walk in the fire, whatever. Doesn't matter. How much health do you have? You're dead. See ya. Okay, back on topic. I guess I'll take that for crafting purposes. If I can get good resistances on it. Where am I going here? Still Scion Life, that's right. Which is why I need to hide that. I keep opening it back up in confusion. So... Yep. I don't know why you would ever roll anything other than Lunaris. I don't know. Lunaris always has seemed like the best option in my opinion. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. So yeah, the way flasks currently work is if you're playing optimally, you basically never have to worry about status effects, which kinda sucks ass. They balance it a little bit by not giving you enough flask slots for all of the negative effects. I think. So wait, there's burning, freeze, shock. Okay, let's talk about the important ones. Freeze, shock, bleed. Kind of burning and poison, but those really aren't that important. And then curses. So that's 6. And I think I'm not forgetting anything. I might be forgetting one, but like, I got the important ones, which are bleed, shock, and freeze. Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing... No, that's fine. If I am missing one, whatever. It's so unimportant that I didn't remember it. That's what I'm gonna go with. So, you're really never gonna... And I mean, I don't know. If you really care about curse removal, then, like... You do have the... Oh, shouldn't have done that. You do have the ability. Because, like, burning and poison really aren't that relevant. So, you could go for curse removal, and there you go. That's your 4. If you want a life flask. And if you don't want a life flask, then fucking even better. You have... Oh, shit. You have even more flasks that purge every fucking debuff in the game. Which means there's only one effect that you're actually not covering, right? Assuming I'm not forgetting one, that means there's literally only one purge effect you can't have active. And to be more clear on what that means there is only one negative status effect that you actually need to ever be concerned about. And it's so insignificant because it's probably going to be burning, poison, or curses. It's so insignificant that, like, you're basically completely unfazed by any statuses. Because the major ones are so easy to get rid of. What I would prefer is a system that's much more reaction-based. I don't like having constant uptime on flasks. I feel like flasks should be temporary buffs that you get every now and then when you actually need them. I think that allowing players to have, like, such constant uptime is pretty bad. Nope. Close to being what I want out of a small cluster jewel. I would take either life or block, but close. So yeah, what would I want out of flasks? I would want more significant effects that you don't get to use quite as often. And that's probably it, honestly. I just really don't like the constant uptime style of play. For a number of reasons. I think that it makes it so that A, flasks just become permanent passives, which is bad. B, the way it currently works is like really tedious because you have to spam the buttons all the time, but that could be easily addressed, like I said, with a band-aid fix, but I don't really want a band-aid fix, because I don't like the feel of flasks. I'm sure other people would probably have some things to say and tell me I'm the wrong one, and that flasks are actually great. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel, like, impactful at all. It's just like... I don't know, do I want to use this? It's 10%, that's pretty damn good. I'm gonna put that in a separate section of ones that I might actually swap out for. Or maybe use, like, a special crafting recipe to either transfer the XP to that gem or transfer the quality to this gem. Just in case those options are available. Because they might be. Well, that's my flask discussion, I guess. Like, there's probably multiple easy band-aid fixes they could do. But I hope they go for a more, like, full-fledged rework of what flasks are, what they should be, how they feel in the game currently, and hopefully that they realize that it doesn't really feel good right now. At least I don't think it feels good right now. It's just like, I don't know, if you're gonna make flasks a permanent uptime thing, it definitely should be rewarded actively instead of, like, something you have to focus on. Like, don't even, if you're gonna do the band-aid fix I mentioned before, don't even make me press my flasks at the start. Either reward me on damage so that it works in boss fights, or reward me on kills, so it's how flasks currently work. But, like, you know, if I'm killing fast enough, then it gives me flask uptime that is, like, automatically consumed. If you're gonna go the route of keeping flasks as, like, this weird permanent uptime passive thing that I don't really feel like they fit into. But I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one. Alright, so I do need more dispersers. I think I'll just condense the rest. I should be able to... Yeah, I'll definitely be able to get my other tier 2 seed set up. My fucking totem killed them. Legend. I guess I should craft, like, my jewelry, probably. Like, I have such shitty rings. And I have a really shitty necklace, too. Let's start with the rings, though. No. Okay, I've got a few chances here. 70? Plus 10 to all res? Wait a second. Oh, it doesn't have any other suffix slots, though. God. I got the best life roll, though. I mean, it's the lowest roll within the tier of modifier, but 70 to 79. Viral. Considering this is literally only giving me 10%, I think I could easily swap that ring out. This literally gives me no resistance. Oh, well, I crafted 19 fire res on it, but it gave me no resistances outside the implicit. And maybe I'll consider using that, actually. Plus 3 to maximum life. Awesome. Life gained on kill. Eh. Nope. That one was a no-go, unfortunately. Well, I didn't make another condenser. Sorry, disperser, so let's make sure to remember to do that over here. Alright. Lantern shield. Okay. Distraction aside, let's see what I can do with you. Alright. Just gotta remember to make sure I have enough for one disperser. Nope. 16, come on, dude. $23. What are the resistances I have? Oh, plus 11 to all. That's probably better than that, honestly. Whatever. Craft a disperser. Condense the rest? Yeah, condense the rest. How are these growing? They should... yeah, look at that. Look at that. Got some tier 2s grown. I know what I'm doing. Oops, that's not what I want. Oh wait, yes it is? I want pylons. Because I am going to set up this farm now. Exciting stuff. I know. Okay, so how is this one supposed to look? We should have yellow on the right, blue on the left. Okay. Well, I've got yellow right there, so that should be easy. In fact, I don't even need that. I could just connect it here. Yellow on the right. And I need to bring it down here, so I guess I might as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I might as well cut that. One, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't have to be pretty, as I've displayed over here. Definitely doesn't have to be pretty. I have auto disperse on, right? Yeah, okay. So I don't need to click that button. And blue on the other side. Look at that, we got blue right there. It's getting easier by the second, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a second. That's not what I wanted. That's not blue. That is blue, but that's not a pylon. That's a disperser. Whoops. I can connect from up there, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if I'm gonna do that, then I might as well disconnect that from there, because that's ugly as fuck. And connect that to there. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Then from here... I guess I go there. Since the yellow one is kind of in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I'm going over there. Oh wait, I can connect... Oh, whoops, I don't need to go that far. I'm going here. And then I go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Amazing. We got it working. And then I connect the pink back up to the system. Because this is a zero waste sort of farm. And just to keep it consistent with all the others, I am going to put the output on the left side. Despite it making a lot more sense to put it on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, guess I gotta go there. Okay. Can I just connect? Oh, so close. So close, but so far. It's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. You know, I could make this a lot nicer if I connected you to you. Took out you. Brought you a little bit farther out. Just so it looks a little nicer. There you go. A little bit nicer. Not a lot. Definitely not a lot nicer. I'm no miracle worker. In fact, let's keep parallel with that. It'll look even better. There you go. What a mess. What a mess. It works, though. In theory. Well, no, in execution. Look at that. I've already got some tier 2s grown. How does he do it? He can't keep getting away with it, etc., etc. Alright, let's go ahead and plant these and turn on auto disperse. Alright, you need... nothing. Oh my god, I was reading the wrong section. You need primal. Which is top left, bottom right. Okay. Primal. Primal. Vivid. 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 Primal. Primal. Vivid. 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 That'll do. That'll do. Okay. So, from here, what am I doing? Good question. I keep getting distracted. What was I doing? I entered Act 9. That makes sense. Why I'm so lost and directionless. Because I don't really have a solid plan forward. I guess I'm just doing Act... Well, what time is it? Yeah, I could do Act 9. It's no big deal. I am going to swap out this ring, though. Look at my defenses. It's too much fire resistance, so I could swap that out into lightning res and be fine, probably. I got a shit ton of life from that ring upgrade. Too much crafting, not enough killing. I'll go back to that soon enough. Oh wait, this one, yeah, its suffixes were full. Wait, no, I was gonna swap this out to lightning. There it is. That's the best modifier I can get because it's a fucking item level garbage. Wow. Maybe I should just fucking swap rings. Because this ring is trash. It's just bad. It's just a bad ring. Let me go back to town. Do you have... Nope. Do you have... Yes, you do. I wish it wasn't already magic, but I can work with that, I guess. No, let's not do that. Let's just scour it. I don't have that many scourings, but it's probably worth it in this case. What essences do I have? The one I care about is fire resistance. Jewelry. No. Oh, it would give me damage. Well, maybe that's not bad. Let's try it. Okay. Pretty bad rolls there. Still a shitty, garbage, ass, terrible, horrible ring. Okay. So I need lightning resistance on it. Yeah, it still sucks. But it doesn't suck quite as much. Lightning res. There you go. So now I should have capped resistances even without my endurance charges. Finally! God, that took way longer than it needed to. It's probably because I literally was wearing a fucking item level 11 ring. Turns out that's a bad idea? What? Someone should have told me. Alright, down we go. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to hit Act 10. But I'll do Act 9. Why not? I'm also glad that I stood in that pack for so long completely unaffected, because things actually kind of hurt in this area. But they didn't hurt me. Like, these Wendigos can hit pretty hard. Oh, those aren't Wendigos. There was a Wendigo, but I killed it. I still don't know how well I'm going to be able to carry this build into maps. That's a fun little cluster of Alva. Like, I've never seen them this close in my life. Let's try. I'm doing a decent amount more damage than I was when I was failing at the temple. Let's try and go back in. See if I can do the incursion. I might be able to. I'm still really slow. Don't let me persuade you otherwise. But my damage might be enough to carry me a little bit farther. Hopefully? Maybe. What was I saying? I was saying something before I got distracted by the three Alvas. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was, I don't really know. Okay, just making sure there wasn't reflect. Because that is the one thing that'll kill me instantly. I don't know. Where I've been. I don't know how survivable this character is going to be in mapping. Probably not at all. That's my guess. Probably not at all. We'll see, though. We'll see how far I can push. I would be surprised if I got to yellow maps without getting myself killed, though, honestly. Because I do get myself killed pretty easily. I've almost gotten killed before getting to mapping, just because I wasn't paying that much attention. Get out of here. I really should be picking up some better high-level crafting bases. Okay, Alva, I'll give you a shot. Tunnels. I guess I'll go for the weapons one. Both of them kind of sucked, in my opinion. Oh yeah, I am clearing much easier than I was. This feels way better. I don't know what the change was that made it feel better. If it was the actually using the right support gems, or just better weapon in general. But it feels good. Feels how it should feel. Let's go on the right side. Alright, pretty much full cleared it. Can't complain. Oh, I should have put away some flasks, because I keep picking them up for no good reason. Alright, oh. Yeah, that wasn't that bad of a decision to go right instead of left on that path. Am I getting hit? No, that's music. Music does kind of hit you, though. Increase yield of temple, spread poisonous parasitic plants. Well, since that has no upside whatsoever, you have to imagine that the level 3 upgrade must be great. So I'm going to go for this, and there's only one door to open. Why did I scream when I entered? Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, we got it. Only thing I care about. I don't really care about killing everything, I just care about getting the objectives done. Which is opening up rooms and making sure I kill the architect I care about. This build is actually feeling pretty good when I am using my flasks. And it's just the movement speed. Like, that's the main thing that I'm actually upset by in this build, is my movement speed. The attack speed isn't that big of a deal. I am using my silver flask, though, now that I think about it, so that is attack speed also. Did I pick up a... I did. Get out of my fucking inventory. Alright, yeah, I should be picking up rings, I don't care. Okay. Not gonna be able to open any rooms that are meaningful. Contains just full of items, contains a breach. In solo self-found, what do I actually care about? Should I care about breaches? I don't really know the rewards that well, so... I don't know. I think I'm gonna... I don't know. Breaches are more interesting at the very least. I'll go for that. I'll go for the interesting one. Fucking one hit him. Get rid of that corrupt blood. That could have been bad. Yeah, damage feeling fucking great right now. I mean, attack speed is obviously still slimy, to say the least. And really slimy, to say the most. And steal someone else's joke. Well, not gonna get the Stone of Passage in time. Didn't matter on that one. I got kind of unlucky with that Stone of Passage, though, so I'm not gonna take that as an indication that I'm still not doing good. I feel like I can take temples pretty fucking easily. Or incursions, to be correct about the situation. Hit me. How much do Wendigos hurt? Oh, I can fucking tank this all day. You do nothing to me. You are fucking meaningless. That's what I like to see. I didn't even have Fortify up. And that's a fucking solid 20% damage resistance. Or mitigation. What's the difference? Outside of verbiage. I mean, in Path of Exile there is a difference because they count resistance as different than mitigation, but, you know. As far as the effect, and not what scales with it and what doesn't, it is the same thing. It is the same thing. Ooh, a map. We're mapping, boys. I forgot maps drop as early as, like, Act 8. Kinda weird. But I guess it makes sense. You don't want the players to get to mapping and have no maps. Probably what I would do is just give the player, like... Since you typically get there with about 10 maps, I would just give the player, like, 10 maps. Whenever they unlock the map device, instead of letting them collect items they have no idea what to do with beforehand. But I guess it adds to the mystery a little bit. The downside is that players might not understand what they are and be like, well, what the fuck is this trash, and just throw it away. So there's ups and downs. You can't expect everybody who plays your game to use the wiki beforehand or during. I typically prefer games to have like as much information as they can up front. Like Minecraft is a good example. I really didn't like how many fucking recipes were in the game. I need to stop using fucking as a filler word, because I throw it in there way too much. Minecraft for the longest time, for years, didn't have any form of in-game recipe book. I think maybe console did, if I'm not mistaken, but I honestly don't know, and this is kind of scary. Give me a second. This is my first June mission, and I'm doing it in Delirium, which is... ooh, my frames. Delirium kills them. Just keep moving on these fortification ones and you're fine. Just spam all of my buffs. Okay, I think I got it. I'm not going to interact with them for a number of reasons. One, I don't want the other... what are they called? Betrayal. I don't want the other betrayal missions to come up during Delirium. And I also don't want Delirium to end while I'm looking at the menu deciding what is best. That went well. What was I talking about? I was talking about Minecraft. For the longest time, Minecraft had no crafting recipe information in-game, and that kind of blew ass. I don't think you should have to look at a wiki, especially for a game that's supposed to be, like, as accessible as possible. Like, you know, you want everybody to be able to play Minecraft. That's just the kind of game that is. Kind of sucks that previously you would have to open up a wiki page to figure out how to even dig blocks in the game, because the pickaxe recipe wasn't told to you. And there's, you know, some level of it which is like, well, that's not really how games are played, you know. If you're playing Minecraft, you were recommended it by a friend in all likelihood, or at this point it's just because, like, who doesn't know what Minecraft is? Oh, this is the fun part. See, that's what I'm talking about. Path of Exile is decently good about giving you information, but some places just completely do not give you what you need to know. Like, I don't fucking know what Haku gives me if I move into Fortification. So now I have to go to the wiki and look up Betrayal, PoE, and see if I want to move Haku to Fortification or not. This information, like, it should just tell you... I don't know, like, when you hover over it, it should just tell you, like, when he's in Fortification, he gives you whatever the fuck. Oops. Betrayal, Immortal Syndicate, that's what I wanted to look at. Reward chart with economy tiers. And I open it up big, and I look at Haku, which is red along the whole board. Fortification, he gives you a random strongbox. Are you fucking kidding me? Go to jail. Go to jail, Haku. Leo.
So congratulations are in order, but the syndicate's still going strong. Want to really hit us?
Hillock moves to Fortification. Wait, where's Hillock?
I'll even let you choose my teammate.
Increases armor quality in Fortification. And Hillock becomes trusted. Yeah, I'm good on that. And Leo in Fortification gives me random currency, which is the reward I would rather have out of him. Okay. We got there.
Don't know about you, excited for the next round.
Okay.
Hello.
Physical chance to blind seems best. Moving on. I think games should have more information in them. Bottom line. I feel like if a game at any point for like a basic mechanic makes you look at a wiki page, like obviously Path of Exile, you can't put all the information in it, right? Like you're gonna have to go to the wiki to figure out how exactly does damage mitigation work? What happens first? Is it the flat mitigation? Is it the, mitigation for my endurance charges? Is it the mitigation for my armor? Because those actually matter in, like, building a character, and I don't expect the game to tell you that sort of information up front, because that's just too much. Most people don't care. Most people don't need to know that. Supplying that amount of information, especially, like, openly, like, maybe it's acceptable if you kind of hide it behind a few menus in the stat screen or something. I don't know. But there's definitely something to be said about, like, too much information, right? However, if you're asking a player to make a decision, like Betrayal does, and you just don't outline what decision they're making, that's pretty fucking horrible. I feel like it should be much more obvious what happens when a certain person moves to a certain part of the syndicate. Because as it currently stands, who fucking knows, right? Who fucking knows unless you open the wiki and find out what their actual rewards are. And it also changes. It changes from league to league when they add new content. The Betrayal rewards get shifted around. So yeah, that fucking information, just let the players see it. And the players can see it afterwards, but it's not even, like, clearly displayed. It says, like, going on, like, Leo, who gives me a currency item. If I hover over Leo in my syndicate list, it would say, like, Leo is he is defending precious cargo or something, which doesn't tell me anything. Like, that doesn't tell me he's gonna give me a currency item when I talk to him. So yeah, it sucks. That's something that should be addressed. Path of Exile could use a little bit more information in certain areas. Not all areas. It does a decent job in most places. There are so many Delirium encounters. It's kind of freaking me out. I expected, like, I don't know. I expected a Delirium encounter as much as I would get, like, Abyss, right? But I have gotten way more Delirium encounters than I have Abyss encounters. And I guess they want it to be common during leveling, because you can get the cluster jewels, which is such a pivotal part of character creation now. I guess I'll do the Abyss during this, because I'm a legend. I can't see what's happening, but I'm not scared, because I'm so fucking tanky. So tanky I'll fucking attack in the wrong direction. I don't care. I don't know what's going on, dude. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm getting a decent amount of rewards out of this, though. I'll come back and pick shit up later, the Delirium way. It's what Delirium asks out of you. Pick your shit up after the map. And I don't know. People argue, like, well, if you're having problems, it's because you're not fast enough in the first place, which is fair, I guess. But, I don't know. I feel like if I'm fast enough to do the content, that should be what is considered fast enough. Not, I have to be fast enough to do the content and also waste, like, 30 seconds picking items off the ground. And then, you know, other people will say, well, then you're picking up too many items. And I would say, well, I'm playing solo self-found. I fucking want to pick up items. Let me play the game. Let me have fun, you know? God. Not everything has to be about how fast you are at all times. But Delirium definitely pushes that. Pushes it a little too far, in my opinion. I mean, it's not even like you... Well, I mean, you directly aren't rewarded if you're not fast enough. But the main thing is, like, it frustrates me that you can be fast enough to do the content, but not fast enough to do the content and have fun with it. What I mean by that is, like, you know, if I really, really wanted to push a Delirium, I could, and I could go pretty deep and probably be fine. But I wouldn't have fun with it because I would have to, for this build to be... Oh, please get out of the rock. For this build to be able to push that far, which I could do it, but I would have to leave all the items on the ground until after the Delirium encounter, because I'm not that fast. I'm not fast enough to waste time picking up items. So, I feel like, I don't know how they would address it. Like, there's no easy solution. I get that they can't really justify vacuuming all of the items in a map for a number of reasons. I just kind of don't like the way Delirium as a, like, League mechanic is implemented. I really like Delirium maps, like, a lot. I think that's really sick. And I didn't do as many of them as I should have. Oh, can't do that. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell that. Give me the reward. Oh. I'm just gonna use that as a crafting base, I think. Keep it. Higher item level, so why not? Oops. Still picking up way too many scrolls of wisdom. There you go. Inventory management. My favorite. I kind of forget the order of quests in this act, like, every single time. I think I need to go here, and then I can go to where the sand was blocking my path. I think. Don't honestly know. But I know I have to go here at some point. Actually, I think this is for unclogging, like, the meat hole on the top of the mountain. Which sounds disgusting, but it's very accurate. You do unclog a meat hole. I wouldn't make that kind of thing up. So I do kind of wish that like they would have implemented it in a different way than they did. I think that the way they did it is interesting and a better step up from what they previously did, which is just, oh, you have like a 1 in 10 chance of encountering it. Having it scale with the amount of other content in a map is pretty cool. But what I really wish they would have done with it is just cut Delirium and only have Delirium orbs. The thing is, though, they wanted it so that you could still get the cluster jewels while leveling. Which I think is doable. Like, you can just have the mirrors exist during leveling, but then when you get to mapping, they only exist in the form of Delirium orbs. So I don't know. I kind of hate that, like, Delirium is here to stay in its current form. I mean, they may address it later on in the game's life. It's not impossible to revisit something like that, though they typically don't have a track record of doing that often. Woo, that's fun. Where's the boss, dude? Where are they hiding it? There it is. What's the duration on my curse? It doesn't feel like it's that long. That is not the damage I want to be seeing. Oh well. Decent enough, I guess. Spell damage means nothing to me. See that? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that side path is just for the final level. Oops. I really want to craft better boots, man. I hate how slow I am. It should be pretty easy with the adds a speed modifier thing, because I can't think of any other speed modifiers on boots, right? Isn't the only speed modifier movement speed? Like, you're not going to get attack speed on your boots or anything like that. I think the only speed modifier on boots is move speed. I might be wrong. I don't think I am. I rarely do, though. Gamers never admit defeat. Everybody knows that.
We will be best friends, Beast, until we slaughter you.
Oh, Einhar, you never cease to amaze me. I love Einhar running through the gear. You think you can kill Einhar that way? He probably has, like, infinite health regeneration. I like to imagine there's a world in which he just has, like, 1,000,000 HP. Oh, that's not even that much. Like, 1,000,000,000 HP. But if you try hard enough, you can kill him. Like the Ghost and Spelunky. Although that one's a little bit harder, because there's only like a specific damage type that wasn't accounted for. either wasn't accounted for, or Derek E was just like, yeah, it's never gonna fucking matter. Surely nobody would run through, like, back and forth through lava. Oh, shit. Real damage. Those lightning guys really hurt. It's like the one modifier that is, like, actually horrifying. Like, one single modifier that's actually horrifying is whatever makes those lightning spirits spawn on you. Because I never notice them. Probably my own fault. This guy hurts. Not anymore. Well, when there's only one beast left, I can't just leave him. Is it this way? Yeah, okay. Kill all of the ads first, huh? Where is the big guy? Okay, there he is. That was a mistake. I got rid of my exert timing. Okay, just restart it. Beasts have too much life. That is the end of my TED Talk on beasts. Like, I get you want it to be threatening, but, like, it is such an absurd amount higher than any other monster in the game. The red beasts are just so fucking beefy. So beefy. Do I not have anything planted right now? I don't think I do. I should probably fix that. I just have my tier 2s planted. Yeah. Let's fix that. Hopefully there's a speed modifier in there. Life, 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 life. Well, there's a lot of life at the very least. Do I have a speed modifier seed? Well, if I do, it's out there. Got it. Alright, I can plant a field of blue and a field of pink. Wow, that slurped up all of my juice really quickly. Holy shit. I don't even have that many tier 2 seeds. My juice. Are these eating? Give me a second. They wouldn't do that, right? They wouldn't constantly make these plants, like, steal my juice, even though it's impossible for them to grow. I don't think they would do that. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. Hopefully. I trust them enough to know they... or hope they wouldn't, at least. I guess it doesn't really count as trust if I have to put hope in there. boss or exit? Boss. Okay, this boss can be a teensy weensy tiny bit scary. So it's good that I'm getting a decent amount extra life. I hope they got hit by that, though I don't think they did. It's a weird position to be in with my my shouts, my war cries, where I do value the effect of, like, especially my infernal cry. I think is the actual, like, best buff effect I have out of my war cries. Wait, did I press my buttons wrong there? I think I did. The infernal cry has a decent buff. Like, putting ash on enemies is pretty solid, but I think it's more valuable to make sure I'm getting my exerted effects. So that's what I prioritize, and I typically just let my infernal debuff run out, honestly. Oh, you're dead, dude. You're dead. That was not as challenging as I thought it would be. Not that I'm complaining. What is this one? Ah. Of course. A savage hit, which is not described anywhere. That's the kind of information that really should be described. Like, what the fuck do you consider a savage hit? Path of Exile. Don't just make people assume what those numbers are. It wouldn't be that hard to put a tooltip somewhere that says, a savage hit is a hit that is 20% of your maximum life or more. I mean, yeah, I could just, like, assume that's what it is, but, you know, obviously, you don't want people to assume. In any circumstance. Playing an action RPG, the whole point is, like, planning your build extensively ahead of time. Give people the numbers they want to know. That was almost bad. I can live with almost bad, though. Because almost bad tells me one thing. That it wasn't bad. Wow! That was really slow attack speed. I was, like, slowed or something there. Either that was latency or I got slowed, because I, like, paused mid-attack there. Whatever. Don't pick up the scrolls of wisdom, Will. Weird weapon effects lingering. Something happened there. I think it might have been latency. At least it wasn't... No, latency... I might not have checked it fast enough, but... I don't know. I don't know. Who's to say... Okay, so I do need to go to the lightning place. That's right. Let's do that before I waypoint out of here. It's typically up at the top. Yep, right there. If I just went a little bit farther, would have found it. What a weird thing to say. I'm aware. I'm aware those seeds won't grow out here. Okay, don't leap slam through those pylons, apparently, because I still got the debuff effect. Yes, yes I did. I had to double check. Not that that's gonna stop me from doing it over and over again, though. I can know something is bad for me. And keep doing it over and over and over again. Isn't that how people get out of shape? I'm not the only one. Cool. Didn't even notice this was the boss at first. God, I'm so slow when I'm affected by that lightning. Why is this guy so tanky? Please don't. Getting stun locked is terrifying to me. I'm doing so much damage, but god damn, my action speed is like negative. Just get out of there. Bad place to be standing. Alright, you're dead. You're dead. God, you're dead. Get out of here. Yeah, not a good sign that it took as many hits as it did there. I'm so good against normal enemies, though. I'm not gonna let that get me down. I still think my damage is fine. That's probably a bad line of reasoning, because I really have nothing to back it up, other than just not wanting to admit my damage might be falling behind again. But that's where I'm at right now. Alright, as usual, I just accidentally let Irasha rule the town because she's the closest. Sorry, Tasuni, you fucked up by being so far away from everyone. Blind or not. No excuses. Okay, I can do this, right? Find the Stormblade. Where am I supposed to do that? Oh, okay. Whoops. Forgot about that quest. Let's find the storm. Oh, yeah, you gotta kill those golems in the tornado town. I remember now. I remember. I guess I do get my Ash effect off pretty often when clearing enemies, but not on bosses. How long does the effect actually last? Does it say that? Debuff lasts 5.7 seconds. That's a reasonable amount of time. And I could put increased duration on it if I cared. I do have an extra socket to use with them, considering I plan on putting them in a 6-link. It's not like super necessary. Obviously, my main attack comes first if I get a 6-link. But I do have the option for another 6-link, and I don't see anything better than to buff all of my war cries on it. Okay, so that's the exit. I'll be going there shortly. Oops. Mouse dying, dude. It's a trooper, though. It's carried me through 2 more acts without actually dying. I really do want the phasing flask. Maybe I just won't have any offensive flask, and I'll just have Quicksilver and 3 defensive ones. I mean, it's not a horrible idea. And I'm hardcore, so I've got reasoning behind wanting to play safe. But man, oh man, I do not take that much damage. And it's nice, I gotta be honest. Not worrying about damage at all has been pretty sick. I should play Jug more often. Kinda thought I would have found the quest item by now. I don't really recall this map being quite this big, but I guess it is. I guess it is. And it's like so wide open, there's no like real direction for where the item might be. Oh, that's backwards. Alright. At least I'm kind of mapping out the bounds of where I need to search within. I would also like increased duration on my Fortify. I think that works with Fortify. Might be going crazy though. There's the item. Wow. In the very far back corner of the map. Like, every now and then I'll take a hit that kind of does some damage, but it's recovered so quickly. And I don't get hit like that all that often. There you have it. The Stormblade. See ya. Alright, so I need to turn that in, and I think immediately I get the item I need. Oh. Sorry, don't want any of those. There it is. You can just take that. Oh, yeah, sure, give me a chromatic. Oh, I guess I should have sold you these too, huh? use the waypoint because it's closer to the exit than my portal. Ooh, I really need to, like, look in other directions while playing this game, or the ice train becomes a little bit ridiculous. I got 2 whole levels to spend on life. The ever-giving substance. No. Okay. For some reason I had to think for a little bit on whether I wanted to go into Desert Hideout or not. Earth Drinker. Apparently a valuable div card. How valuable? Granite Flask. I don't know any of the unique Granite Flasks, so I have nothing to say on that matter. But I guess it's deemed valuable. For some reason, when I first started playing this game, I was so, like, amazed with vendor recipes. I was like, holy shit, dude. You can sell these flasks, and it, like, gives you a different one. It blew me away. I think there is a flask recipe like that. I hope I'm not losing my mind. This is a pointless exit. I never understood what that was there for. Because, like, it doesn't give you your first, I keep forgetting the words. There's too many words in this game. It doesn't give you your first Syndicate encounter. / betrayal encounter. I don't really honestly know what the right thing to say is. It's the Betrayal League, but they call it, you know, Syndicate. I don't know. That dude exploded. Why am I sometimes exploding people? I don't know. I forget what I have that's doing that. Probably not important. I should just be thankful it's happening every now and then. Never bad to have enemies exploding. Come on now. Come on, man. You know I attack slow. Stop dodging. It's not fair. We switching arenas already? Yes. I kind of hate how this works. It's always kind of awkward to me, because you can't go too fast. If you go too fast, you leave her behind, and you have to run back for her. So you have to go slow enough so that she actually follows. I think she's following. Yep, there she is. Are we going? Yes. Let me in. The real boss fight. I fucking canceled her going underground. It's funny. It is kind of sick how easily I can cancel enemies' attacks. Yeah, okay. Fair enough that I should have dodged that incredibly telegraphed attack. It didn't even hurt that much, though. Okay, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Get out of the sand. Dude, you can't live your whole life underground. Hello.
Rest, my child. Be free from the torments of immortality.
What is this? Chaos damage. Yeah, who cares? I don't. Get me out of here. Oops, no thank you. I already told you, I don't do prophecies till mapping. Oops. And even then, I still can't really motivate myself to care too much. But I probably should in solo self-found, especially if I'm gonna try and get that, Calm's whatever the fuck upgrade. Alright. We are, oops, there we are. There we are. We are nearing our way to the final act. I never got the reward for that. Awesome. I love doing that. Oops. Probably use it first, huh? What a bad node. Okay. Done. 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 And then it's the way forward. Okay. Got it. I have successfully done all of the quests up until this point. Unclog the meat hole, and we're ready to go. For some reason, the Act 9 boss, like, never stands out to me. It's not, like, a particularly poorly designed boss fight. I think it's kind of cool that it's, like, a combination of the three, like, souls. Like, Maligro, Dodr. I don't know how to pronounce these names. And Chevron. It's kind of nifty, but I don't know, it just doesn't stand out to me, because in the end it is really just like a big meat monster. Big meat man. Which I don't find particularly interesting, I guess. It's no huge build-up like Malachi is. I mean, even, no. What are you trying to tell me? Oh, wait. Is this is a real Syndicate encounter. Oops. Oh, God. Yo! Thanks for the raid, dog. Give me a second to clear out this Syndicate before I can actually peep out my chat, but appreciate it, man. This is a very slow build, so if I don't focus right now, there is no way I'm actually going to complete this encounter. Yeah, okay, sure. My OBS like froze a little bit when you raided, and I thought it was going to crash. Overheating my PC. Please, too many messages. I'm probably not going to be able to do this. I should be focusing on this guy. I don't know why I'm not. Oops, I buffed incorrectly. I should still be fine.
Is not good.
Yeah, okay. Yo, Potato Magic. How's it going, man? What were you streaming, Black Spider? Securing familial coins. See what I'm talking about with these rewards? Like, it doesn't give me any information on what that actually means. So, Janus in research gives me Parandus coins. I guess that one is pretty straightforward. On solo self-found, I guess I'll keep her there. League? I don't have too much experience with League, so I can't talk too much on that. But hopefully you got some sick W's. That's all you can hope for. Chance to avoid elemental... it's all garbage. I guess I'll just go for the dual resistance. But this is Path of Exile. Yo, thanks for the follow. If you have never seen Path of Exile, might be a little confusing at first, but the easiest thing to equate it to is Diablo, which a lot more people are familiar with. Just imagine Diablo 2, but with about 8 years of content added onto it, is a safe way of describing it. And it's good. And free. I always gotta mention that it's free. Because not enough people play this game. It's a good time. It has its problems, but every game has its problems. And unlike most games, the development team does actually seem to care about the problems, and is very good about communicating with the community. Refreshing in modern games industry. Probably not going to get too much out of this Delirium either. Like, there really aren't that many great leveling maps for Delirium. There's a few. Unless I got it on, like, what's it called? The Aqueduct levels. It's not going to be that fantastic, though. Luckily, in mapping, maps are, like, a lot, honestly, smaller in general, and typically more straightforward. Do I want to go down right now? I've done, like, nothing. Oh, wait, yeah, that just... Oh, no. Oh, this is not what I was expecting. I forgot the way this level works. This is gonna be weird with Delirium active. I guess I'll do... Chevron's probably the least scary. God, mouse is like really starting to die now. I mean, it has been, but now it's really, really starting to die. And I'm getting currency for this too, so I should, never mind. I was gonna say I should really try and push here. It's already over. I figured. Ugh, really, 3 chromatics and an elk. Just awful. Just awful. I need to look at Molten Strike, because, like, things are taking fire damage over time. Give me a second. I shouldn't be standing still in this area, actually. I'll look afterwards. Because I can get randomly shocked by Chevron. If I stand still for too long. Alright. These bosses... Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say they shouldn't be too bad. I take that back immediately. God, why does Chevron hurt so much? Yikes, dude. This is not a good fight for slow attack speed, huh? Yikes! That's really painful. It's when she lets them explode that it really hurts. The actual lightning balls don't hurt, but when they pop... Like, I've never been so slow on this fight that I actually see how the mechanics work. I typically kill her pretty quickly. Okay. Little frightening. Not too bad, though. Okay, Molten Strike. What do you do? How do you work? Tectonic Slam. I keep calling it Molten Strike. Slam the ground, unleashing a fiery fissure in front of you, dealing area damage and randomly releasing a number of smaller fissures branching off from it. Consume an endurance charge every third time you slam the ground with the skill. Hey! No worries, man. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Very kind gesture. I have no idea what the damage over time is coming from. Like, attacks are boosted. It doesn't really say anywhere that it's gonna do damage over time. I assume the damage over time is coming from the fissures. It's not coming from Ignite, because my Ignite chance should be 0. I can double check that in the stats screen after I exit Maligro's area, since he, more than any of the others, like, directly jumps on top of you. As you can see. I don't get why that lightning damage was so painful. Checking my defenses. I think I'm still maxed, unless... Yeah, I'm maxed. So that was just like a shit ton of damage, which I thought I was prepared for, but apparently not. In fact, looking at my character screen on Path of Building to see all of my damage calculations and defenses and everything, I did see that... what is usually not the case, I am actually more resistant to physical than literally any other damage type. Even with max resistances, my physical damage reduction still goes far beyond that. So I should definitely be more afraid of elemental damage than I am, probably. Because that gets through a lot of my damage reduction. Okay, what did I want to look at? I wanted to look at my Ignite chance. Yeah. I mean, it says Ignite damage. It doesn't say Ignite chance anywhere. I'm pretty sure I don't Ignite ever. Unless I apply Flammability. Which gives you a... Well, it's 14% at whatever level I checked it at. Or maybe it's 14% at level 20, I don't know. But whatever it is, Flammability gives you a little bit of Ignite chance, but not that much. So I didn't really think it was worth building around, considering I get Ignite chance from literally nowhere else. Okay. This is gonna be worse than I thought it was. Because, what is that curse? Temporal Chains. The Temporal Chains effect is exceptionally bad when I have such horrible attack speed in the first place. like, even getting an attack out to kill the totem that's giving me temporal chains is going to be rough. Wait, is she... Okay, up! Get behind. It's interesting that they gave that its own debuff, but I don't know. I guess it really only makes sense in the context of this fight. Dodra is apparently going to be the easiest out of these 3 fights. You gonna scream again? No? Nah, you're fine. Okay. Final boss time. I feel somewhat prepared, but honestly, the damage from Chevron really spooked me a bit. Got me scared. Let's see how it goes, though. Alright. See what I'm talking about? It's just like a fucking flesh monster. Like, there's no real design you can see. You can kind of see that it's like holding a book. That's about the most I can read into it. Oops. This doesn't look like it's going to be too dangerous, though. I've taken a couple hits that were sizable, but not scary, really. Probably don't stand on the slow juice, would be my recommendation. Dead? Dead. Alright. Not that bad. Which means the only real challenge in between me and a successful hardcore playthrough is going to be Kitava. Sail to Oriath, please. But yeah, I'm pretty happy this has gone so well. I've only made it to mapping once, which is embarrassing to admit, but I think I've only made it to mapping once on a hardcore character. So it's definitely not something... Staff attacks. Interesting, but no. No thank you. I'm glad I could hold it together for this playthrough. Because I don't typically play Path of Exile in hardcore. I need to fix my chest piece so that the sockets are actually good and I can move my... I mean, I'd like a 5-link. I guess I should really focus on making my weapon a 5-link first, though. Priorities, man. Priorities. Let me check in on the farm, see if it's actually ready for a harvest. I don't think it is. Nah, it's not ready. Alright. But it is pretty late now. So, unfortunately, I know some people just got here from a raid, but I've been streaming for 4 hours, and it's 1 AM over here. So, I am going to go get some food and head off for the night. But thanks for hanging out. It was a fun one. Only 1 act remains, and then I'll be in mapping. And we'll see how long I last in mapping. Probably not too long. But, you know, you never know. you know, you never know. We'll see. I should be here tomorrow, though. Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. I'll be here tomorrow and wrap this final act up. So yeah, see you there. Bye.